My name is Niall Gerlitz. I'm working with the European Commission in the Directorate General for Maritime Affairs and Fisheries. The traditional fishermen who go out catching fish might not be so concerned with the microbiome, but those who are engaged in farming fish, so salmon, sea bass, trout and so on, they will be very concerned because the microbiome, very much is the aquatic environment that the fish are being farmed in. So if it's of poor quality, it will impact the fish, and it will ultimately impact their health and mortality, and so it will have an impact on the yield. So those involved in aquaculture farming will be very interested in the microbiome, both from an animal health point of view and from a public health point of view. Since genetic DNA sequencing, I mean, the price has just come down drastically now to the point where it's a lot cheaper, a lot faster. So, and that is why we've seen really an explosion of, in terms of knowledge in this area. And it also applies to the marine farmed fish, particularly the big species that are farmed extensively, like salmon, like Atlantic salmon, where there is genuine, interest from the feed suppliers to improve the uptake of their ingredient, to maximize the yield from their feed. There's a lot of interest in terms of what the microbiome does in the gut and how important it is, both in disease prevention and for nutrition. So particularly as we move away from the use of the traditional fish-based proteins and fats to plant-based. That has already happened to a large extent, and I think the next stage, to take it to maybe 100%, will definitely require the microbiome in order to support that. I think with the Green Deal, with the publication of the Green Deal and the associated farm-to-fork strategy, it's clear that the blue economy, so to speak, in terms of aquaculture and all things related to marine, the environment, that it has a role to play in relieving pressure on land-based systems. And with population growth and so on, we will have to derive more of our food from the blue economy. So there is a priority in this area, both in terms of incentivizing its development, both whether it be promoting it as an alternative food for the average consumer, or whether it is new innovative products such as algae. It is an important new area under the Commission's Green Deal. The legislation, I think, per se, is fit for purpose. I don't think there's anything in EU legislation which would be holding back research in this area. If anything, I think the Green Deal will probably, certainly will accelerate research in this area, because it has a clear role in terms of sustainable production.